Hello, I'm Edward. Welcome to the intriguing story of the Great Emu War, one of the most unusual chapters in history, where humans found themselves pitted against an unlikely opponent, emus. So strap in and prepare for a fascinating, sometimes humorous, and always unexpected journey through Australia's bizarre battle with birds.
Welcome to our channel, Hushed Histories, revealing the secrets of bygone eras. Fact 1. The outbreak of the war.
In the aftermath of World War I, Australia was reeling with economic hardship afflicting the country. To alleviate the plight of veterans, the government offered land in Western Australia for wheat cultivation. However, by 1932, approximately 20,000 emus migrated from inland regions into these newly established farmlands, ravaging the wheat crops and posing a severe threat to farmers' livelihoods. The desperate farmers, many of them veterans themselves, appealed to the government for assistance. In response, the Australian government declared what is now humorously referred to as the Great Emu War, a large-scale operation aimed at curbing the emu population and protecting the farmers' interests.
Fact 2. Military involvement.
The involvement of the Australian military in this unprecedented war added a peculiar angle to the whole situation. The government handed the responsibility of resolving the emu crisis to Major G.p.w. Meredith of the 7th Heavy Battery of the Royal Australian Artillery, a seasoned military man. Meredith's plan was simple but ambitious: use military firepower to significantly reduce the emu population. To achieve this, he and his men were armed with Lewis guns, which were light machine guns renowned for their efficiency and reliability. These guns were typically used in combat situations, making their deployment in a wildlife control operation rather extraordinary. Thus, in a peculiar twist of events, the military found itself poised against an enemy of a very different kind, emus.
Fact 3. Initial failure.
Despite the might of the Australian military, their first attempt to curb the emu population was far from successful. The formidable speed and agility of the emus caught the soldiers off guard, as these large, flightless birds can reach velocities of up to 50 kilometers per h, allowing them to evade capture with surprising ease. Moreover, the emus' widespread dispersed formation across the vast Australian plains rendered traditional methods of conflict ineffective. In an unexpected twist of events, these native birds seem to employ a rudimentary form of guerrilla tactics, evading and outmaneuvering the humans at every turn. This initial failure served as a humbling reminder of the unpredictability of nature, as the military was momentarily thwarted by a flock of birds.
Fact 4. A second attempt.
The Australian military, despite the initial setback, was determined not to be outmaneuvered by a flock of birds and planned a second offensive against the emus. After a brief recess, the troops returned to the battlefield, armed with the same light machine guns and a newfound determination. This time, the soldiers achieved a modicum of success in their unusual war. They managed to eliminate close to 1,000 emus, a significant number but a mere fraction of the estimated total emu population. According to the official records, an estimated 986 emus were killed in this second operation. However, this fell dramatically short of the mission's goal, as the area was believed to be home to approximately 20,000 of these robust birds.
Fact 5. End of the war and aftermath.
The Great Emu War, having persisted for little over a month, was finally called off in December 1932. This unusual conflict didn't end due to a decisive victory or a ceasefire agreement, but because of the mounting pressures from public opinion and media coverage. The whole affair, a military operation against a flock of birds, had become a source of international mockery, and the Australian government was feeling the heat. The financial strain of the operation was also becoming evident. The cost of ammunition far outweighed the value of the saved crops. Following the end of the war, the government implemented other pest control strategies to manage the emu population, which were more successful. Notably, the construction of an emu-proof fence played a crucial role in protecting farmers' crops from these hungry birds.
Fact 6. Legacy and pop culture.
Today, the Great Emu War is a well-known facet of Australian and internet lore, often remembered and retold with a sense of humor due to its unusual premise. Despite its seemingly comedic title, the event was far from funny for the farmers whose livelihoods were threatened by the emu invasions. Instead, the Great Emu War underscores the challenging reality of wildlife management and how difficult it can be to strike a balance between human needs and wildlife conservation. The war has also been referenced in various forms of popular culture, including films, books, and video games. It serves as a fascinating case study for the interaction between human and wildlife, as well as the lengths a government can go to protect its agricultural interests. While it remains a point of national embarrassment for some, for others it's a unique part of Australia's rich and colorful history. Australia's Great Emu War remains one of the most peculiar chapters in the nation's history, revealing a desperate struggle between man and nature in the face of environmental and economic pressures. While it may seem like a lighthearted anecdote, the Emu War had serious implications, highlighting the resilience of nature and the often unexpected consequences of human intervention. Despite the conflict's absurdity, it serves as a vital reminder of the importance of sustainable agricultural practices and the intricate balance between human progress and wildlife conservation.
We hope you've enjoyed the video and encourage you to share your thoughts, additional facts, or any fascinating stories about the topic in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this captivating voyage into the world of hushed histories.